guys, so welcome back. I'm gonna do a fantasy book haul because as you can, there's empty space behind me. I've put everything down. I've bought a lot of fantasy in the last 2 years and I haven't been on here, and many of them I have not read. I think only like one or two maybe I've read. So I'm gonna break this in part 1 and 2 because I have so many and I really want to go more in depth in the book, and I don't want to like drag you forever, and I think it's a good idea. So let's get into this fantasy book haul. So first we have the Silver Blood Promise, The Last Legacy, book 1 by James Logan. This book here, so it's about a boy that he's being bad. He's not doing what his family wants him to, and then something happened. His dad gets murdered, and he just finally found something that he can pursue, and it's going to be to give payback to whoever murdered his dad, and it's like a big thing. It seemed like, look at the cover, it looks so freaking cool. It makes me think of like 1800s with big cities and just bad kings and queens. So it seemed really interesting. So his name is Lucan Gardova. He is a card sharp, so academy dropout, and thanks to a duel that ended badly, the disgraced heir to an ancient noble house. And his days consist of cheap wine, rigged card games, and wondering how he might win back the life he threw away. And then that's what happens afterwards, and his dad gets killed, and he just wants to find out what's gonna happen. So it just seemed really good. It came out in 2024, I'm pretty sure, because I've been 2024, so it's really new. I don't know more about the series, or if it's gonna be it must be a series because it says 1. So it's the Last Legacy series, but it just seemed like something I would really enjoy. And the second book is going to be one that's been going around, a lot of people talking about it, and it has to be The Serpent, The Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. It's a Crowns of Nixia's novel. I'm really into fantasy romantasy. This is just up my alley. A lot of people talk about this. So in this one here, it says, for humans and vampires, the rule of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always guard your heart. So it's the adopted human daughter of the night-born vampire king, Oraya, carve her place in a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kejari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. And it says, but winning won't be easy among the most vicious warriors from the all 3 vampire house. To survive, Oraya is forced to make an alliance with the mysterious rivals. It just seemed like something I'm really gonna enjoy. After Resort Academy, I'm gonna get into all these start of series that I really want to get into. I know this one has, I think it was a book that got self-published, and then it got picked by a publishing. It says Bramble here on the bottom, so it must be that publishing that picked her up. So it just seemed, yeah, so it says copyright by 2022, so it actually got published in 2022. So I like this. So dedication is for all the underdogs who don't let fear stop them from fighting. So I'm just really into romantasy. You're gonna see that it's mostly all romantasy. Next one is gonna be R.F. Kuang, Poppy War. This has been released a while back, as a lot of people have already read it, 2018, but I just never read it. And then I started it a while back until I picked up Zodiac, and now I've been in hell with my emotions, I'm saying. So yeah, that's another one that I really want to read. The Poppy War, when War Orphan Rin Ace Dikeju. So she really wants to get into this university of fighters, and her parent, like, nobody wants her to go in it, but she's just like really desperate to get it because they want to force her to marry some weirdo. I'm just gonna say weirdo, the old man. and she's not into that. So she technically convinced someone to make her study it, go for the test, and I guess she'll maybe get into the university she's looking for. So it just seemed like really a great book. So it's a threeology. So you have the Poppy War, Dragon Public, and the Burning Gods. I'm really into it. So next we have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I don't know much about this one. I just know it has like a glossary and like how to say certain people. And then over here, it's really pretty. I'm sorry, I posted no, but it says, for those who feel small and quiet, spread those wings and roar. So I love dragons. I love a Fort Wing. Like, it's on my TBR for this month because I want to reread it for Onyx Storm, which is the third one that's coming out on January 14, I think. But anything with drag, I'm gonna try it. I've seen mixed reviews, not 100% sure if it's gonna be good or not, but you have this. It says an assassin for the rebellion group Fur Duat, Reeve's job is to complete orders and never get caught. When a rival bounty hunter turns her world upside down, blood spill, heartbreak, and Reeve finds herself imprisoned by the Guild of Nobles, a group of powerful fae who turn her into a political statement. Crushed by the loss of his great love, Can Vagor took the head of the king and donned his melted crown. Now on a tireless quest to quell the never-ebbing ache in his chest, a clue lured him into the capital high-security prison, where he stumbles upon the prisoner Reeve. Echoes of the past race between them. There's more to their story that meets the eye, but some truths are too poisonous to swallow. The cover just makes me want to read this like as soon as possible. I got it, I love paperback. I try not to buy many hardback because it's just too heavy for my wrist. So it's gonna be a heavy one still though. But it's how many pages is this? What's in the 600? It's gonna be a big one, but it's gonna be one that I really want to read soon. Probably I would say like January or March. February. I forgot February. I hate saying the month February, by the way. For a French person, it's the worst month. February, January. Yeah, those two are like killers. But anyways, that's when I want to read. Now, I did buy this a while back. I've read it and I loved it. It was a good 4 stars by Sarah Hassam, the Jasad Heir. And the second one is coming out in June. So it's going to be the Jasad Crown. And in this story, you have a girl. She is like just someone off the street, doesn't really own anything, and she steals a lot, and something happens. She gets captured or something. It says, 10 years ago, the kingdom of Jasad burned. Its magic was outlawed. Its royal family murdered. At least that's what Sylvia wants people to believe. The heir of Jasad escaped the massacre, and she intends to stay hidden. So she has the magic they're all scared of, and she has to... This really makes me think of the Powerless series. They're really similar. So if you like Powerless, you might like this. Like, it's really good. It's a romantasy, but the first one doesn't have much romance, so it's more about the world building, the plot, and everything else. So that's why I really love this. If you're not a romantasy, you would enjoy this, because there's not like, I think something happened in like the last few chapters, so it's really world building right now. So it's just that 10 years ago the kingdom of Jasad burned, its magic was outlawed, its royal family murdered. At least that's what Sylvia wants people to believe. The heir of Jasad escaped the massacre, and she intends to stay hidden, especially from the armies of Nazal that continues to hunt her people. But a moment of anger changed everything when Aaron, the Nazal heir, tracks a group of Jasadi rebels to her village. Sylvia accidentally reveals her magic and captures its attention. Now Sylvia, forced to make a deal with her greatest enemy, help him hunt the rebels in exchange for her life. A deadly game begins. Sylvia can't let Aaron discover her identity, and a hatred shifts into something more between the heirs. And as the tides change around her, Sylvia will have to choose between the life she wants and the one she abandoned. So it's the Scorched Kingdom is rising, and it needs a queen. It's really good. Like, I promise you, it's really good. Next, I bought this just a while ago. I have no clue what it's about, but it's Under the Oak Tree. They had a graphic novel. Pretty sure it's a graphic novel, and then they got this. And I think the graphic novel came before this one, so they just made it into a novel. It's by Suji Kim. First of all, look at the beauty of it. So it says, the first moment I saw you, I knew you would ruin me. I like those words. And it even has like a ribbon bookmark, and then you have like the end pages. Okay, it says something about the author here. I didn't even notice that, but it's like, it's crunchy because of the end pages, but it just says it's a daughter of a powerful duke, not allowed to leave the castle. She is more like they kind of don't want her to leave her house because she has a stutter, and they don't want her to have a bad light on her parents, on her family, because they are heirs, I think. So he says Lady Maximilian is the daughter of the powerful Duke Crosso, but she is rarely allowed outside her family's sprawling castle for fear that her stutter will tarnish their noble names. When she is forced to marry Sir Ridian, a low-born knight caught in one of her father's schemes, Maxie doesn't dare hope for happiness, let alone love. Her stumbling communication, his gruff manners sour the relationship before it can begin, and Riften leaves without a word the morning after their vow exchange. Now, 3 years after their disastrous wedding night, Riften has returned as a war hero. To Maxie's surprise, despite rumor that he was offered marriage to Princess Agnes, a beautiful and renowned sorceress, Riften still wants Maxie for his wife, and when he comes to claim her, his desire bewildered Maxie, even as she is overcome by the scorching heat that Riften presents ignite within her. So, it just, isn't it beautiful? This was like a beautiful book that I bought. I have no clue what it's about, but, well, I just read you what it's about, so it seems good, right? Plus, you have this, and the sprayed edges. I don't have any book with sprayed edges besides the Fort Wings. So, yeah. So, next we have Taran Maharu it's Dragon Rider. So, I read Fort Wing, and now I'm buying every dragon book I can find. And, so this one here, it says he is a royal hostage since his father's leader of a failed rebellion was executed. And he is the author of Novus, so the Summoner series. So he wrote many series, and I'm just intrigued as to what it is about. So it says here, Jay is a royal hostage in the Sabine court ever since his father Rohan, leader of the Seth folk, led a failed rebellion and was executed by the very emperor Jay now served. When the emperor's son and heir is betrothed to the Princess Erica of the neighboring Danks kingdom, she brings with her a dowry, dragons, exclusive to the northern nation. So yeah, so in here, he kind of steals a dragon egg, and in this world, you can kind of blend yourself with the dragon and their powers, so you can use their powers as well. It just seemed like something I'm really gonna love, and this author has a few of his successful series, so I have a feeling it's gonna be good. So that's him, the author. So yeah. Alright, after these two, it's gonna be the end of the part 1, and then we'll go in part 2. Well, part 2 is gonna be on another video. So I went to Chapters Indigo, and I saw these, and there has like shitload of, they're huge, and there's like a lot of, like, it's a popular book that I've never really noticed before, and I was just really desperate for some. It was after Fort Wings, so I was desperate to just buy some random fantasy book. I started it, And then I don't know what happened. I think I gave up. The magical system is really complicated. They work with colors. So it's The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. So it says here, Gil is a prism. He is high priest and emperor, a man whose power, wit, and charm are that preserve a tenuous peace. Yet Prism never lasts, and Gil knows exactly how long he has left to live. When Gil discovers he has a son, born in a far kingdom after the war that put him in power, he must decide how much he's willing to pay to protect a secret that could tear his world apart. So you see the life of the father, the Gil, which is the Prism, and you see the life of the young boy that is poor, has really bad life, and it's just like, I got into where they finally meet at 150 pages. So it's a long series. I bought the first and the second, and I think they're a shit ton. I'm gonna say it like that. And these, I don't know when these books came out. Okay, so it's the Lightbringer series, the Black Prism, the Binding Knife, the Broken Eye, the Blood Mirror, and the Burning White. So it came out, the cover design is 2023, but it came out in 2012. So it has a lot of, it's a big series because they had a lot of them, but I really want to get back into this. I'm probably gonna restart, might get the audiobook because I get discouraged when it's long because it's, you know, I have ADHD, and when I accomplish something, I get really happy. So when it's long, it kind of it makes me sad. Like, it's the same thing with The Way of King. I have not picked up because it's so long, but I have the audiobook for this one, and I have the ebook for the first 3. Like, it's a bundle that I bought. So that's another one. Yeah, I re-bought it. I need to get, I really am into fantasy right now. It's like my #1, so I really need to get into it. But this is the first part of this book haul. So comment down below if you've read any of these, and let me know, like, if there's any you want me to read, let me know down below. I can buy books, because that's the only thing I do. It's not the only thing I do. I kind of work too, but I'm just saying, I really love buying books. So let me know which series you would want me to read down below. But don't forget to subscribe, and like I said, like this video, and I will see you in my next one, in my next part 2. Bye.